Yeah, Amrita, please tell me about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So totally I'm having 8.1 years of experience totally in Java, and since last 5 years I'm working in TCS
Mm-hmm.
in one of the banking domain project, which is the Western Union Money Transfer. So the technology stack we are using here are Java and Spring Boot microservices, PostgreSQL as a database. Then we are using tools like Git, Jenkins, Maven, Jira. We are following agile methodology over here. So my roles and responsibilities are like to are part of from sprint planning to deployment and part of all the stages. I'm an individual contributor over here. So that we are getting our requirement as part of stories in Jira. So based on that requirement, we are developing our piece of code. And if we are having any doubts or queries, then we are having connect with our client to resolve the same. So, yeah, that's
Okay,
what we are.
okay, so you know about CI/CD pipeline, right?
Yeah, I know. Actually, for that means creation of pipeline, we are having separate DevOps team, so they work on that configuration and all this part.
Hmm.
But yes, in QA level, we are having access to trigger a build. So
Right,
that
right, right, right. Okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it,
yeah,
got it. So you have the study in Maharashtra, right?
yeah.
So you basically from
Pune, Pune
Pune.
itself.
Okay. So so now I come with the core Java concept. Okay. So
Yeah.
in core Java, Java 8 you are using, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So in Java 8, you know static and default method. You know about that.
Yeah, yeah.
So why here usage in Java 8 inside the interface because of your if you legacy versions if you see no need to be implementation part done on interface but in Java 8 having this default and static methods in
Yeah.
interface. So why they are used and what is use of this basically?
Okay. So basically, the use of this default and stacking method, these are the, we can say the utility methods, okay, that their implementation is defining interface itself. So basically, to avoid boilerplate code, let's say an interface is having, let's say, 4 5 type of implementation classes, and
Mm-hmm.
all classes need some, let's say, a method or some work which are doing all the classes. So there's no need to like write that piece of code in every class, like
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. So we can like club this thing and we can write it in interface itself. So we can directly call that method and that implementation will be directly available to implementation classes. So this is the like best use of this default and static method. So we can say these are mostly the utility method. We can say.
Okay. So now your question is valid, answer is valid. But
Hmm.
suppose I want to, we have two scenario. Okay, one scenario is
Yes.
you have a functional interface, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Mhm.
I have defined only one method. Okay, you telling
Mhm.
is it is a functional interface.
Okay.
So if I'm not using as a functional annotation,
Mhm.
okay, in the same, I have only one method. So
Okay.
this interface treated as a functional interface or not?
Okay, so add functional interface annotation is not mandatory actually,
Hmm.
but yes, it's internally how JVM looks into the interface means it indicates it is functional interface or not. So the rule is that if the interface is having only one abstract method, okay,
Hmm.
so based on that scenario, JVM consider that that interface as a functional interface. There
Hmm.
is no need to write explicitly add functional interface annotation. But
Hmm.
like it is good to like write the annotation, but it is not mandatory. You can say.
So if you not mandatory, so why we are using at the right functional interface? Why we are using? If not mandatory, so why we are using this?
So basically, it will like annotate the means let's say I am developer one and I am developing that particular interface. So after that, I let's say I move on to some other project or a module.
Hmm.
So the person came over here to like understand the code. So in that scenario, for that person, it is beneficial. Like, this is a functional interface and it will actually have one abstract method and
No, 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 no. Suppose okay. So you are telling means that is by default is functional interface. Okay. So suppose I am defining two method abstract. What will happen?
Okay, so in that scenario, if it is means in that scenario, if we annotated that interface add function interface, so it will give us the compile time exception. Okay,
Hmm.
and if it not annotated, so it will consider as normal interface. We can say.
Means normal interface it will treat as a normal interface.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If add function interface annotation is not there,
Hmm.
then it will read as normal interface. And if that annotation is there, so we'll get compile time exception.
Compile time exception.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So next question. Uh, in Java 8, you know about the intermediate operations and terminal operations.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what they are doing and what kind of method we can apply in terminal and
Okay.
non-terminal.
So these are the operation type of operation, stream type of operation we can say. So
Hmm.
these operations are pipeline and that can be applied to any like stream. Intermediate means the syntax will be the collection object
Hmm.
that we need to apply the string. We need to convert that collection into string. Then the intermediate operation and then terminal operation. So intermediate operation we can have multiple intermediate operation. Okay, that are pipeline we can say, and we can have multiple as many our requirements. So that we can have. So best examples are like we can say filter, map, sorted. From the intermediate operation. And terminal operation means it will represent us something. Okay, so we can have only one terminal operation at the time. So it will result us give us some output result. And the best example are like for each or collect. These are the best example of terminal operations.
Okay. Um, I'm just writing one code. Okay.
Okay.
Just you see. I'm just you just see on the question. I already have posted.
Okay.
How to sort array from Java. So the sorting array int a is equal to 51723 8. So how to you sort? Can you write the code? Just click on the command. The here will be automatically open.
Okay. I need to select the language. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here you write the program for sorting to this int array.
Okay. Okay.
So little bit do the fast. So I can move
Yeah.
to next question.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
No, but you don't use Stream API and other things. Just you write the normal code.
Normal code you're asking.
Yes, yes, yes. Don't need to be arrays or stream.
Okay, okay. Uh, okay, so like we can convert it as a Hindi. This integers, integer.
Without list cannot be do.
Sorry.
Without list cannot be do.
Yeah, we can do in without like a list as well. There are many ways. So like through list, we can say it will be like fast. We can say.
Okay, okay, okay. Do that. Do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's why.
Just here you put input. Not a problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
As a list, input. Because of you already defined
Yeah,
input.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, okay. No problem. No problem. No
yeah. It's
problem.
okay. Yeah. What basically?
Can you put in custom input one, then compile and execute? Anything else needed here? Import something?
Okay, yeah.
You write wrong. You remove the.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm. Now you put in custom input one, then compile and execute.
yeah. Okay. Sort. I think and list. Yeah.
Okay. So any other way have?
Yeah, okay. So through array, we need to like using for loop. We can have means we need to like check each element, and
Mm-hmm.
through that I feel like we can do. But means we can say this is list or schema most faster way we can say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So how much loop can be used if I going to the loop?
Okay, loop for loop. Uh,
One loop can be solved with one loop or used to two loop.
okay, so. Uh, okay, so like we use one loop only. Okay, so
Hmm.
through I we can compare the each element to the next element, and in
So
that
how to compare within one loop?
yeah, yeah, sorry.
Without how to you through one loop? How do you compare?
Through like I plus one we can compare, and in that we can assign the max value to some like
So how do you find max value because of this is max value, this is not max value. So without two loops cannot be performed.
okay.
You know the loop. If
Yeah, yeah.
loop first time it executed, it treated one, it will read in first time, then comparing concept is need to be write another loop. Suppose one first loop is run for one variable, second loop run for the whole variable.
Oh,
That will
yeah,
be
yeah,
compared.
correct. we need two loops. Definitely, we need two
So I'm
loops.
asking to that things I'm asking. This is the simple way. Because
Yeah,
of if you input, you can convert into the list and sort, collections dot sort. Here you pass by default internally collection. It is using a comparable interface, and based on that, it will be treated as a sorting.
yeah, correct.
So another things, suppose here I want tell you how to about the comparable interface.
Comparable. Yeah. It is used for natural sorting order.
It is used for natural sorting order. So
Yeah.
comparable, right?
Yes.
And comparator.
It is for customers sorting order.
Okay. So, other things, just we want to ask, just I'm moving in the Spring Framework. So, what are the differences between Spring Framework and Spring Boot?
Okay, so the major differences are configuration level. So in Spring, let's say we are developing coding Spring MVC. So there we need to configure all these patches, servlet, view, resolver, all kind of thing we need to explicitly configure.
Hmm.
But it is there by default configured all this Spring Boot application. Also in Spring Boot application, they have provided us the Spring Boot starter. So let's say if starter forms. So let's say if you are developing a web application. So for that Spring Boot starter web dependency is needed. So in that dependency, all the required dependencies needed to develop the web application that are all plugged into that one particular starter. So this is one benefit of Spring Boot application. So also as it
No,
is
but that things can be added in Spring Framework also.
no, I'm just adding the more things as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so version management is also like beneficial over there. The second thing is with embedded server is also there in the Spring Boot starter.
So,
So
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. Embedded server is there. Suppose I don't want to use embedded server. So, what will happen?
Okay, so we need to exclude that Tomcat dependency.
Mm-hmm.
So in form.xml we are having exclusion tag. So we need to exclude that dependency from form.xml file.
Mm-hmm.
And if we
So
need,
that can be do that, right?
yeah.
So
So
the microservices.
yeah.
So in microservices, you know about the design pattern.
Okay, so mostly actually we have used the Spring MVC thing. Microservice means configuration level. I don't have much exposure on that, but we have developing our code in this MVC format. We can say.
Mm-hmm. No, the thing is that circuit breaker and other things, how to that microservices we can follow the design pattern, which is a table design pattern, how to
Okay,
interact each
okay.
and other API.
Yes, sir. Circuit breaker is needed. Let's say if you are having two microservices, service A and service B, and service A is calling service B. So, but let's say any instance of service B or that service B goes down due to some problem. So, service A is trying to call service B. So, we need to set some time over here, till what time service A need to call service B. And if it is not we are not getting any proper response from if you are not connecting to service B, then circuit breaker will
So
like
how do you know? How do you know? Suppose one service is down. How do you know which service is down?
okay. So basically, means if you are not means getting connected or we are not getting proper response from that service, or else we are getting any exception or
Have any tools? Have any tools you find which service is down?
okay, so actually, we are deploying our applications to AWS cloud in ECS instances. So there, in CloudWatch Lab as well, we can check like what are the services are there, and in logs we can like monitor what is exactly happening. And we are also monitoring our application.
No, log is a different part. Suppose your 1000 API is there. So how do you manage the log for
Okay,
one API
so
to another API?
okay, okay. So also like through actuator also like we can check like the health of the service, or like the endpoints are provided through actuator.
You know the Eureka server?
Sorry,
Eureka.
Eureka. Okay, so yeah, there all the like services has been registered. We can say it's all the clients.
Okay. So means you know the registry or something like that.
Service registry. Yeah, yeah.
Service registry. So service registry, how to follow, how to register each and other API in registry, you know the concept of this.
Okay. Service registry. No, I need to check this one.
Service registry means that would provide the common gateway API is a common IP address. I am telling you the simple word. Common API, so that would be interacted to each other. We can make it as a common domain. Okay. So common domain, if you have put it, so just you place in one proper configuration. Simply just you have application dot property if you are using YAML dot or something. So based on these things you can configure it. So what will happen? Uh, so it will not impact it because of you have 1000 APIs and 1000 APIs you have defined. You have deployed in multiple servers, so it is difficult to tracing the API and IP address. It would be more difficult. So here will be as a registry can be follow. So make it as a one registry as a domain. So based on these things, we can communicate each and other API. But you want to find the check which API is down. So if you are deploying in Eureka server or any places, Eureka mostly using for the microservices. So here you can check the health of API is a curator. A curator basically by default is available in in Spring Boot. So through the curators you can find if you find the red flag of that particular API, just you do start working on that particular API. So that's why here is important is a design pattern. Uh, and I want to ask you one more question related to Spring Boot. The you suppose if you are writing API, get, post, put, lot of things is there.
Yeah.
So how do you manage it? Get, post. Suppose you want to write API, which cases you can write the get and post and put and delete.
Okay. So like in REST controller for fetching the record from database, in that scenario we'll use the get, delete.
Okay. So you know about uh, what can we say? Caching mechanism.
Traffic mechanism.
Hmm. Caching.
No, I'm not actually getting.
Yes, just one. Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. So you know about that. So you which database have you used?
PostgreSQL I worked on.
Postgres.
Yeah.
You much know about the MySQL?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think I have done this interview. So, little bit just you read out some kind of design pattern of microservices. Okay, explore it,
Okay.
and rest of things, core concept wise you are good. So, just I am giving your feedback to positive, but before going to another round, just explore it much.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Nitendra. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Hi.
Yeah, hi, Sukumar.
Yeah. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Just 1 minute.